Oh, there's a guy behind the church.
Say you wanted to buy some chocolate.
I can't do that.
Chocolate.
Lovely.
I want some chocolate.
Chocolate.
I want some chocolate.
You wanna buy some
that Kermit?
chocolate?
I want to buy some
Kermit the
chocolate.
Frog that I just-
Hey guys,
Chocolate.
it's Kermit the Frog here.
You know, I want to try saying that, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna butcher it, and it's gonna be terrible.
Do it. Come on, you don't know if you can do it till you
Do
try.
it. Chocolate.
Yeah.
It's just like sex.
No,
Chocolate.
Patrick.
Hey guys, today I want to talk to you guys about making money in Arma 3. Sometimes it can seem kind of hard, slow paced, it's not very fun. I have a couple tips I want to show everybody that like to play. One of the first tips I like to do is actually camping out the AO about 1,000 kilometers or a kilometer out, and using the AA rocket to shoot down enemy planes and get a nice chunk of money. After you run out of ammo, you would essentially run back, go back to spawn and rearm, and then go back to your spot. Now this is one of the most popular things that people like to do that play, and it can get annoying, but it's one of the things that I found that worked very well. Sometimes it gets boring going back to the AO, or should I say the spawn, and driving all the way back and going back and forth. But if you even shoot at any planes, you get credit. Eventually when it crashes or gets blown up, you get an assist. It may not happen right away, but it'll happen eventually. They're not going to stay in the air the whole game. Now, if this is one of your ways of raking in money, you need to make sure you have at least 2 of the perks, and that's the launcher perk, where you can use an AA or ground. You can do a one-time buy or whatever you want to do. But you also need to make sure you have the explosives perk that allows you to have 2 rockets instead of just 1, which makes a huge difference in driving back and forth and getting points. My other tip is sniping. Sniping seems to be a slow but effective way of making money. The longer the range, the higher the money. That's only if it's a headshot. If you kill the enemy at a 600 meter range or 1,000 meters, you still get a nice chunk of XP, but you will not get the money bonus. I've made maybe 1 or 2 1,000-meter shots, and it's nice, but it takes a long time to set up something like that. Now, if you're on a really low budget, I recommend buying a helicopter and flying people to the AO. It is really easy, it's really quick, you get money pretty fast, and basically the way that works now, they've actually changed since the last update. Parachuting people out of the helicopter above 100 meters allows them to deploy their parachute, and you only get $30 per person, and that's it. But it's faster if there's not a nice LZ or it's a pretty hot zone. You can fly in and fly out. Another way is actually landing anywhere near the AO, and that is $100 per person. And not only does it give you $100, but it basically gives you an assist for everything that they do. If they revive somebody, if they kill anybody, you get XP and money. You get basically anything that they would get money for, you would get a cut of, and that pays off. Depending on who you're taking to the AO, you can make decent money on these players that basically camp out the objective and get kills and get assists, because the more people you drop in the AO, the more money you can get. Another thing that I like to do, and most other players on a full server, is camping the AO with a anti-air vehicle, basically sitting at least a kilometer out, and I guess you would say sniping aircraft and helicopters and all that. But It is rewarding, but it also isn't because it takes a lot of time and you have to have patience. Some players like to run right through the AO and cause havoc, and it's not for me, and I wouldn't recommend it because it is frustrating when you buy a $5,000 vehicle and you don't get any money with it. It does take time when you buy a Tigris, or it can, depending on the server. It can be pretty slow paced, and not very rewarding. It can be inconsistent, and unless you have the money, I wouldn't really recommend it unless there's a lot of enemy planes and a lot of activity going on where you can get an advantage point and make some good money. So I've been basically telling you guys the only way to make good money is by shooting aircraft, and you can actually make some pretty good money flying as well. I'm not very good at it. I can never get an even payout. I'm always in the hole. I get shot down within 5 minutes of flying, and I am not that good at it, and I probably won't be. Even with a joystick, it's difficult. It's hard because you're vulnerable to everybody on the ground, and the only way to rearm is landing on an airstrip, and it takes like 5 minutes for you to rearm. You have to manually land, you have to rearm, you have to turn around, you have to get back on the airstrip and take off, and that can take a long time. I've never actually been able to do the full procedure because every time I land, somebody follows me or finds me and shoots me as soon as I land, and it's frustrating. It can be difficult, but a lot of practice, you can be really good at it. And the Buzzard is slow. It's okay. It's got 2 anti-air missiles and 4 bombs and a machine gun. It's decent. It's just a starter, but I believe in the new update that they're going to have, they're taking away the anti-air missiles on it. So if you're going to fly, do not fly with the Buzzard. I would not recommend it. You're just going to get frustrated. I guess I would practice a lot on an editor server or something if you're going to, because I did a lot and I still die all the time, and it's hard to get an even payout. With that said, it's still a lot of fun. It's still pretty rewarding. Well, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Please like and subscribe, and I'll be here for more.